Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, Paimon knows them!
Over here. To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to—
You can say that again. What brings— Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic—
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for—
Oh, are Lynette and
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seemed—
So you're saying nearly the entire organization is moved—
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
You scared Paimon half to death!
Father, you're here.
You know... on second thought—
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect. I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly— As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? As for the issue at hand, well,
What sort?
a rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
A phantom child? Who just—
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Heart. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests.
Of course, Father. It has long been a dream of mine to invite— You're quite well known in the organization already. If you're willing, why don't you stay?
Alright. We don't have anything else to do—
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. Let's go. I'll take you to where— Worthless! We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later.
Awesome! Thanks!
Well, when I happen to run into you. With this many people staying in Poisson—
Okay, we'll come with! There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out, but now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life—
well, you're more than welcome to come.
Linny! We're finally here. The supplies.
Brought them with me? Hello?
It's the Traveler and Paimon!
No way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once.
Oh, it's all right! Gotta— Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever—
I heard the Traveler is so strong that he can move a mountain with his bare— I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just 3— Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, wait! When guests visit, you're supposed to give them— Oh, we don't need something like that. Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potion, huh? Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was.
Wait, when you said gifts... But those are the best things we can give you. Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you.
All right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good, you don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might—
Really? Awesome! It's been so long since we've had guests. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still—
All right, see you later.
Bye! Lenny, about all that poison...
Scared you, did it? When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family. Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries. Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on— I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of it. Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to...
Oh, and there's The Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have... After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others?
I heard that.
Oh!
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back.
That's enough, Filial.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Well, that's it for the supplies.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. You're right. Oh, Lenny's...
So, what do you think of the members you've met so... Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and Well, I should probably get cooking.
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Fremine, what are you doing here?
Well,
Fremine! Nice to see you!
you too.
We were just going to make some food.
Seafood soup?
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing.
Yeah, we've got some left over.
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know, and...
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like... Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them...
This is the first...
Just...
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some...
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the house...
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Heart. You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any bells?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, she must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone.
For how long?
About half a month now.
So ever since we got to Poisson, then. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? 'Cause from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, you know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of...
I've thought it through. And I just can't... Linny, don't you remember last year? Sheplo nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't... That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is... that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is...
I haven't thought that far yet.
Come with me. There are a couple...
Those two sure care a lot about... Well, they got a funny way of showing it. No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No.
I'm sorry, Linny.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I...
Huh?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other.
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that you and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between Linny... should put my clothes away. Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine. Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
What are you getting at,
When guests are around, families are often on their... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this.
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, then that means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry...
I've tried that.
And?
And... nothing. She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved.
Of course.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I swear. Whoa!
Lynette!
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister? And, when exactly did you get here?
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine. You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. There's no time to lose.
I'm full. She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is...
Clairvy, if you've got some time...
Sure. Oh, another new friend.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the...
Huh? Isn't it the same for every... The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name It's not a...
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think the people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. In this house, some people are family and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to... Wait,
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in...
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks. Maybe we should try it.
What?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candle.
To go out where the sun can find me. That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough. The darkness in the house runs deep.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up, I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about. And Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only...
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family... Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to...
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need... Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst-case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not... You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby. I really hope this goes well. No, it has to...
Useless.
It's the knave! And... child! Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect... I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up...
What sort of unfinished business are we talking?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she'd already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay, so...
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should...
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of...
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrator's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, Maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor.
One I could do.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well, we just... right! We're super close to Linny and...
Is that so? Introductions have already...
well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like... Why do you call yourself father?
Good question. I'd also...
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful.
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve.
Wait, don't go!
I'd also like to... I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded... Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard. Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Wait, did you really...
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say.
Well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your... Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it...
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, although it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved. But I don't intend to clear... Call yourself a Fontainian, for example, and people will assume...
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then why did you
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontainian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontainian of having any The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra info.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them.
Good. Like I said, I like it when...
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something... I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so... friendly.
They were that high stakes?
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. What? Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay. I get the... Well, would you look at the time? I should probably... Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other...
Again, maybe this is a conversation...
All right. Well, thanks for everything.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining...
I like the sound of that.
We should probably get going too.
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for... Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please, forgive...
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
Oh? You decided to stay...
Lenny, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the... But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the... Well, we could always try... Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go?
Good.
Really? Well, what do we... Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, l'endroit, Chambel. Oh, yikes. That rare guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember...
Did he say it?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and it was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but...
Wait, so that means...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too... Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find it? Fremine...
Sorry. I managed to talk to quite a few people.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision.
These kinds of conflicts have...
Well, that's true. But it just feels like I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. She's told me about it before. Experiment.
And they just believed all that?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for.
This is all because of...
Whoa. What's this Project Stooja all about, huh?
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a
Wait, but isn't the...
key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that... we'll lose a lot of members in the process. participating in the plan.
Okay, super complicated.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal. But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought.
We can only focus on one situation at a time.
You're right. Even if we can... Well, it's getting late. We should... Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, I'm always like, hey, you don't think she's even scary when she smiles? If she were to actually get angry? Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler? Trust is effort, Traveler. Look! Look over there! Quick! Let's catch up with her before anyone sees! Over there! Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast!
One with nature.
Oh, look! She stopped! Clairvy! Shh! I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is. If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of... Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to Sure. Although, everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something, as long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor. Experimented on? You're saying the knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she... I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother. Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. If only Perry were here, she'd understand. Perry? Also, Paimon's getting... It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Well, in any case, she looks so young. But it's getting windy. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky, Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, but I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. I should really go talk to Mother. But we just fought. She doesn't want to see me. What should I do? My mom really doesn't understand. Well, let's head back. We've got an...
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into... We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for.
Secret experiment? Could that...
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the... I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you...
Alright, that's good to hear. Clairvy seems to think the Knave and the Doctor work together to do something horrible. It's just that... It doesn't seem like Clairvy... The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but...
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine? All right.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to... So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your... Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Us? Distract...
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say Oh, good idea. Hopefully he's... Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happened. Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep...
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait. I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is
You're not planning on doing...
I assume you're referring to Lynn. Although, there's that situation with Philly. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house...
Does that mean you're going to kill...
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for...
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must...
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly... Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will... As for Filial, Nantoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secret... Ah, you seem concerned. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it.
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time. Well, time to go. It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be... Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate... I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please...
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing a...
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. So allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source... Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation.
Did you get any of that, Travel?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's drained of all impurities and returned to its...
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal.
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my... And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special mission.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar...
Tartuffe. Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without... Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain...
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I'm in...
My thanks for your generosity. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope...
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment.
All right, Traveler Paimon.
I believe I've told you before that my emotions easily resonate with those of others. Yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense any aspect of her emotional state. Her mind is like a still body of water. It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being, or whether it's an incredible strength of will that gives her the ability to master her emotions. I do not expect an explanation as to why you two are by her side.
What exactly were you talking about? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of...
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more
Lenny, Paimon really hopes everything... Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you,
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking... Well, let me make it up to you at least.
Oh you don't have to give us any.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend.
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just...
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married.
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light read.
Actually, why? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter. That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite—
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a—
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad.
Then what do you—
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Wonderful. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
Okay, sounds normal enough, but
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Useless. Boring.